I have wanted to review and be somewhat more thorough, to say the least, with the classic, well, not so much classic, but the very well known Stephen King TV adaptation of It. I don't know why I always want to say it that way. It just kind of, I guess, in my opinion, it kind of adds to the tension and, to a degree, the terror of the movie. Now, I gotta be honest, I saw the movie several times, and I mean several times. As a matter of fact, I've lost count of how many times I've watched the movie. When I finally decided to try reading the book, I could not believe how far I got into it so fast. It really, really held my interest, and that was something that really surprised me, considering how long-winded Stephen King can be, apparently. On the other hand, I also feel that as far as I got into the book, and as good as the movie was, I hate to say it, the movie barely scratches the surface of the book. Part of the reason why the movie works, at least I think, is because of Tim Curry as the clown. Not to say the rest of the cast doesn't do an excellent job, they do. But I think Tim Curry as the clown, he adds a lot, and I do mean a lot of the ominous fear, to say the least. The special effects for 1990 I thought were relatively convincing. As a matter of fact, when I finally saw it for the first time, I did not come out and say this, but the first time I watched it, it scared the tar out of me. There were so many things that I was afraid to do, it wasn't funny. In fact, you might as well say I was afraid of my own shadow. But keep in mind, I was only 11 or 12 at the time, so try not to jump to conclusions so fast. I do think that with doing some research on the movie as well as the book, what they could have done with it and what they did do with it are, now that I realize that the miniseries was supposed to be a lot longer than it was, they toned it down to 4 hours from 8 hours, I'm a little disappointed. Because if they're still working on doing a remake, all I can think of that they can do to even come close to making it work is to either make it a 3-hour, 3-part miniseries, or a 2-hour, 3-part miniseries. They cannot even come close to doing justice unless they do that. At least with TV miniseries, if they decide to do that, they don't have to put it all in one section. They can split it up, which I don't have a problem with either. But like I said, the movie scared the tar out of me when I was a kid, and naive as it may sound, I was under the impression for a very long time that even then I couldn't be scared. Let's just say that quite often at that point in time, I was proven wrong, to say the least. The actors in the movie, they do a very, very nice job. I think the entire cast, including Tim Curry, do a very good job. The younger kids do an incredible job. The adult characters, they do an incredible job. Most of which I've seen in one thing or another since this movie. And except John Ritter, who died tragically, but as far as I can tell, his son, Jason, has as much potential for great acting as he did. And I'm very impressed with that. I have heard that they are going to remake it, but at this point I'm not sure when. And I'm not holding my breath on that anymore. Mostly because I just can't. It's just not something that I'm really that concerned about anymore. If anything, I do want to either restart the book or continue the book from where I left off. But the truth of the matter is, with where I left off with it, and that I don't remember part of what happened before I stopped, and I haven't gotten back to it in so long. Well, let's just say I may want to restart it anyway. But you never know. I've never been that big of a reader, but if the subject matter interests me enough, as does the author, it just depends. With me, it just depends. I'm a big fan of Stephen King's movies. I have not read many of his books, but I'm working on changing that as well. So, once again, we'll see what happens. I don't really have much more to say, considering everybody's retreaded the storyline of this movie and the book in so many different ways, so many different times, that I'm not gonna keep going with repetition. Anyway, if you haven't already, I would suggest you watch the movie and then read the book, because that way, even if you have a biased opinion, you can still appreciate both on their own merits, as I try to do. I've made the mistake with reading the book and then seeing the movie and been relatively disgusted, at least once or twice. So, like I said, if you haven't already, check both formats out. You may be impressed. As far as I got into the book, from what I remember, was incredible. As far as I got into it, it was incredible. And I certainly do want to finish it. I just got to get in the right mind frame. Anyway, take care. Comments are welcome. And bye for now.